I worked behind the jump for a long
You worked
time.
here?
Yeah.
Oh, when was that?
That was probably between the age of 15 and 20.
Would you say it's like a special pub? Would you say it's
Yeah,
different?
absolutely. And it was dreadful when it became Bluebeckers. And it's now a pub. It's a proper community space, I
Yeah.
think.
So what would you say that you like the most about the pub?
It's definitely you.
The staff.
Yeah.
Sticks in this clavicle. Oh, unknown.
So I'm Eloise, I'm 19 and I work at the White Hart Chobham. I've been at the pub for about a year and a half. It's cool to like work in a team because there's always something going on and it's never boring. And I like all the people there. I mean, I used to dance pretty hardcore, like competitively, like 6 days a week, but that will stop now and it's quite nice. I started when I was 5 and I stopped like 6 months ago.
Was it a big part of your
It
life?
was a massive part of my life, yeah.
So what made you stop doing dancing?
You just get to a point and you just don't want to do it anymore. It's so time consuming. You find something else that you like a bit more and that you earn money from instead of spend money on. The people at the pub are awesome. Like they're just so hilarious and you can chat to any of them and yeah, they're just so much fun. There's no one that works at the pub that I think.
Professor John Anderson. I'm coming up to 69 and I'm a retired scientist. And I used to like the camaraderie of working in a team, and although I'm not part of your team, I take an interest in how it's going, and I think it's got the best of both worlds. So it's a proper pub with a proper bar, and people don't mind you sitting at the bar. There's lots of banter and everything else, but they also do nice food as opposed to pub food. And the atmosphere is just absolutely splendid because the staff who interact with each other and involve us as well as regulars. So you get to know them, you get to know what they're doing, you take an interest in how they're progressing, and it's just good fun.
My name is Peter Duggan. I'm 76 at 11 months and 10 days. And at the moment I don't do very much except drink in the bar. I write a little now and again. In the past I used to be managing director of 2 electronics companies. I've written several movie scripts and 3-4 novels. I'm in the middle of a radio production right now, and apart from that, I do nothing. Well, I used to come to when it was called, what was it called before? Bluebeckers. In those days, I used to drink in the sun because it was more of a pub, whereas Bluebeckers was more of a restaurant and relatively unsociable. Whereas now it's the most sociable place that God has created, and so I've been coming here ever since the change, which is what, 3 years now?
I think about 2.
2.
Yeah.
Seems longer.
So would you say you like it?
Oh yes, it's very nice. Probably I come here, well, most days I would say.
I'm Jack Howard. I'm 20 years old. I work at the White Hart. I've been there for about 3 years now. So I'm a photographer, so I take a lot of pictures. I recently went travelling. I just think it's really interesting when you go to different countries and different cities, and you go to a bar or a restaurant, and like, even though they're speaking a different language, there's still a sense of community there. There's still like their own little families, and you can tell that they're happy in the way that they are. And yeah, it's really interesting. I think that's what's interesting about taking pictures. You notice things that a lot of people don't, and that's what I noticed about the White Hart. As soon as I joined there, it was like it's more of a family. Like you turn up, and it's not like, oh, I've got work, oh, I'm not going to work, oh, I can't be bothered. It's you turn up and you enjoy every minute of it. It's basically just being at home with your family. Everyone just makes you laugh. There's people that have stayed there for such a long time. There are new people, but no matter who goes there or who turns up or works there, they're all really, really love it.
My name is Mike Jones. I am nearly 80 years old, and I started as a chartered accountant. When I retired from a company I've been with for 28 years, the managing director and the owner of the business said, Mike, you're always on about pharaohs, why don't you write a book? And I started then. When I left, what did I say, it was 19, 20 years ago, nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it took a long time until one of the locals said to me, Mike, you've got to finish that book. My nephew is getting married on such and such a date, and you've got to finish it by then because I want to give it to him. And I got it from the printers, and I took it straight to John Goldsmith the day before his nephew got married. And as I say, this White Hart, I think they've done really well, and I think they've brought it back to really as near a pub as you can. It has changed. It's changed a lot, but it's a smashing pub. It's a real pub now. It's gone back to really a real proper pub with a restaurant.
What would you say makes it special to a lot of other pubs that you've been to?
The staff. The staff make a pub.
And with the dawn of larger consciousness of light, presence of black wings fell around my bed at night, encroaching until a crisis of disease restored me suddenly, perfectly to life. I am yours.
My name's Connie, I'm 23 and I work at the White Hart Chobham, but also am a freelance musician. I've been at the White Hart for a year and a half. They're so good here because it's really flexible, and most weeks I'm doing at least 2 or 3 professional gigs around London. I think it's good for me because it gives me, music as a career, it's always going on in your head, even when you're not gigging, or you've always got music going around, and it's nice to come here because I can just completely switch off from that and just get on with waitressing or working at the bar or whatever. It just kind of is one of the only things that can truly switch you off. I have a particular memory of last year when it was the Christmas fair in Chobham, and it was absolutely rammed, and I played with my friend Danny some folk stuff, and that was so nice because I hadn't done that for a while, just playing folk stuff and being able to sort of share that with everyone who's here. And lots of the regulars came to support me. I'm a bit of a emotional lady sometimes, and if you come in and you're a bit upset, you don't sort of get told to get on with it. Noah, for example, and then all the staff are easy to talk to about problems you've got, and it's quite nice to have people who, because when you're in the music world, everyone's very music orientated, obviously, and it's good to just come and chat to some people that aren't that, just talk about normal stuff, and it is like a very dysfunctional family. No, it's lovely, yeah.
I think it's you're made very welcome. You can come in on your own, but you're never lonely because you know everybody, you can chat to them, everybody takes time. If they're not too busy, they'll chat to you about what they're doing, and you can chat to them about what you're doing. And it just makes you feel as though it's coming home.